Welcome to another edition of CCSU News. I'm Brianna Bruno.
And I'm Tim McDonald. If you're a graduating senior and need help looking for a job, listen up. The CCSU Alumni Association and the Center for Public Policy and Social Research will be hosting a networking dinner. The dinner will be hosted on Wednesday, March 13th at 5:30 p.m. in the Constitution Room in Memorial. Alumni from a variety of professions will be attending and could become a potential list of professional contacts for students. To reserve a spot at the event, visit www.ccsu.edu and search Making Connections. An open forum for security left some faculty wanting more.
We have to do everything that we can possibly do to protect our faculty, our staff, our students.
Faculty and staff showed up in full force for the open forum on campus security, hoping that their questions would be answered.
I think from the point of view of the police and senior administration, what they said makes sense, but I'm sure there's a whole bunch of suggestions that would come from faculty about specific measures that can be taken.
This is really cutting edge right now. When I first talked with people in Homeland Security in the state, they hadn't heard about it.
Chief Jason Powell did assure that more security will come to campus in the near future.
We're going to engage some consultants to make sure that we're staying in step with the best practices as they continue to evolve. You're certainly not going to eliminate fear because the risk is still out there.
Even though Central does have these emergency boxes located around campus, some professors are calling for more action.
People putting blinds that can open and close on windows of doors and classrooms that border on hallways. That's something that could be done fairly inexpensively and would be quite effective.
While no decisions have been made, big changes are going to be coming to campus soon. For CCSU News, I'm Tim McDonald.
So without any further ado, it's my honor to welcome Mayor Giuliani.
Former New York City Mayor and Republican GOP candidate Rudy Giuliani came to Central to talk to a group of criminology students. But what was thought to be a full house of 75 students ended up being less than half full.
As I thought that it was definitely going to be a full house, especially because he's a national figure. In the media a lot, I feel like, especially being former mayor of New York, so I thought that there definitely was going to be a lot more people than there actually was.
Even though many seats in this room were left empty, the ones that were here took something away.
I feel like there were probably a lot of criminology majors, political science majors, so I'm not one of those myself, but I feel like, if I got a lot out of it, I feel like they got a lot out of it too.
For those who are not in attendance, Mayor Giuliani stressed the importance of setting goals and working towards them, like he did during his time as mayor. For CCSU News, I'm Tim McDonald.
Freshmen, listen up. A new scholarship could mean more money in your pocket. Our own Tim McDonald is over at the campus library with all the information you'll need. Tim?
The LU Burritt Family Scholarship was announced on Thursday, offering students another chance at getting tuition assistance. This scholarship is in honor of one of New Britain's most famous residents. It is established by the Skinner-Bradley families, who are indirect descendants of Burritt. This scholarship will be endowed, meaning as long as this institution is open, LU Burritt's memory will be kept alive. In order to qualify, you must be an undergrad matriculated student with a 3.0 GPA or greater. You must be engaged in an academic assignment which will require use of the library, and preferably a history major. No amount of money has been disclosed yet for this scholarship, and the first one is expected to be issued in 2 to 3 years. For CCSU News, I'm Tim McDonald. Back to you guys. Hello, and welcome to today's edition of CCSU News. I'm Tim McDonald.
And I'm Caitlin Gosley. We hope you all had a great break. If you didn't get enough downtime, just remember we'll soon all be relaxing over our winter vacation.
With that said, this final push can be a tough one. I was able to meet up with some students and faculty to see how they deal with the end of the semester. The CCSU library is becoming busier every day as students start to prepare for final exams, and with final exams come a higher stress level. How do finals make you feel?
Very stressed out.
And for some students like Christine, it's all about how you study.
I'm all about the sticky notes, and so I just plan out everything, and I definitely take their advice when they say study double the amount of time that you are in class.
Students who do find themselves stressed and in need of help can make their way over to here, Willard Room 101, the Learning Center. The Learning Center is available for all students, especially for the time leading up for exam week.
leading up to exam week, we get busier and busier throughout the whole semester.
With tutors always on hand, the Learning Center is the perfect place to go for help and picking up some study tips.
Try to avoid last-minute cramming. Anything you can do to space out your studying so that as you prepare for your exams, you're giving yourself time enough to do the reading, reviewing of your notes, building study guides, anything you can do ahead of time to avoid the cramming so that you're just reviewing before an exam. That's the best.
You can stop by the Learning Center Monday through Friday between 8 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. and their advisors can be reached at 832-1900. Hundreds of people are here in Cadillac Ranch in Southington to show their support to help conquer kids' cancer. The event is part of St. Baldrick's Foundation.
St. Baldrick's is a foundation that is geared to research for childhood cancer specific. So all the money raised today is going to go to the Foundation for Childhood Research. Today we're over $20,000. I think currently our number is $20,825, and that is going to keep rising.
But this event had a bit of a twist. Volunteers lined up to get their heads shaved. Men, women, and children of all ages lined up and claimed a seat to get their heads shaved. Cousins Tyler Wall and Kyle Liberty have both been growing out their hair for 3 years and are first-time participants.
I'm doing it for this cause, but we're also donating it to Pantene donations. So we're putting it in buns, clipping it off, and mailing it in. You know, any way we can help out, like I said, doing two causes is, you can't beat that, I guess, right?
If you missed today's event or want to donate money, visit www.stbaldrick.org. For CCSU News, I'm Tim McDonald. That does it for today's edition of CCSU News. I'm Tim McDonald.
And I'm Caitlin Gosley. Your school, your news, your CCSU News update. Until next time, thanks for stopping by.